my two resources that I created for Mother's Day and Father's Day, the VIP tea, okay? Hey, Angel. And where did it go? The Donuts with Dudes. And both of these were designed to be all-inclusive. So it doesn't really matter if you have children in your class who aren't being raised by their biological father, or if they don't have a father in their life, or if your students aren't being raised by their mother. We know that although it's a sad reality, it is the reality we face here in the US, is so many of our students aren't being raised by their biological mother and father, and so they feel left out of some of the Mother's Day and Father's Day events, as do their caregivers. And so that's why I created these, because I spent all of my time teaching in publicly funded programs with at-risk children. So the Donuts with Dudes and the VIP tea are what I'm going to be giving you a preview of tonight. Hey, Taylor, welcome. Hey, Jen. Now, Jen has access to these because she is a member of the teaching tribe. Have you ever done a Mother's Day tea or a Father's Day event at your center, Jennifer? Let me know. Twiggy is here from Michigan. Angel's in the house. Katina from New York. I hope it stops snowing. I heard it was crazy today with snow. I was like, what? Okay, so having said all of that, I really think that I had a conversation recently. If you're in the teaching tribe, you may have seen it. It was in office hours with Albert Wright from a Right One training. And he was talking about how he's a foster father, and he just received the word that he can adopt his foster son. But he said that although he's been in the childcare field for many, many years, as a teacher, he was very surprised. Maybe that's the right word. I'll let Albert tell you over in the teaching tribe, but how he felt when they had Father's Day events and different things like that, because he wasn't technically the child's father. And so it really touched me, because that's exactly why I created these two resources, because it was always a very touchy subject in my classroom, and I never knew what was the best thing to do. If I had many children who weren't being raised by their parents. They were being raised by grandparents or foster parents or aunts, uncles, you know, whatever the case may be. And a lot of them only had one parent in their life. So it was always touchy. And so I always made sure to include all of them and tell them, you know, you can give, I try to know my students. So I'd say, you know, you can give this to your uncle, whoever, or your, you know, whoever their name was. And I tried not to say Father's Day or Mother's Day, and I didn't read too many books about that topic, just because so many of our kids were in that situation. So what is the VIPT? The VIPT makes planning an event for Mother's Day in your classroom, as well as keepsakes that they can make, that the kids can make, that aren't a whole lot of work for you, makes it so much easier, because everybody knows you have so much, just oodles of extra time laying around to, in addition to teaching, to prep elaborate events for your families, right? So no, not really. So here's the table of contents for the VIPT. We have an introduction from me that explains why I created the kit and the reasoning behind it. So it's all inclusive, so it doesn't exclude any children. I had a couple of people mention that they didn't want to do Mother's Day events because they didn't want parents to take time off of work. And hey, I am all about that. Let me just tell you that I never expect or want my parents to take time off of work, because especially working with at-risk populations, I know that they can't miss work. So we always try to plan these types of events at times that are convenient for the parents, whether that's before school or after school, even in the evening. So whatever works for you and your parents and your population. So I never advocate having the parents take the whole day off work unless that's okay with the population you work with. So you have an introduction for me, you have instructions. Here's the cool thing about the VIPT and the Donuts with Dudes, you guys. These resources are editable. Ha! So not only do you get all of the invitations and the RSVPs and everything, but you don't have to fill out those invitations by hand or write on them and then run them through the copy machine. These are editable. So if you want your time and your place and your date on there, then you type it in and it prints it out. So here's what it looks like. I was going to do a screen share, but the screen sharing feature can be a little glitchy on Facebook. And if you follow the news, you know Facebook's in a little bit of a doghouse right now. And so they got a lot of glitches going on. But here's what it looks like. I just typed it right in there and it just prints out on your pages. You print as many of these pages as you want. Super easy. All the hard work is done for you. I also made it so that if you teach in another language besides English, that this is editable for your language. So we have one where all the fields are fillable. So you don't have to worry about, well, it says date, time, and place in English, but then I put the words in Spanish here. You don't have to worry about that. The whole thing, there's 3 different types of editable invitations. One that has the cutesy font, and that just has blanks, and then there's one that's completely fillable so that you don't have to worry about the language that's being used, which is English in this case. But if you speak another language or teach another language, like you teach in French or whatever that is, you can, you teach in Spanish, you can then use that language. So your invitations are completely editable. All you have to do is then print them out and cut them. And if you can't use ink, I totally get it. Print it in grayscale on paper and it will, just blank paper, it will totally work. Okay, invitations, and I'm gonna put these, I'm trying to think of a way not to make just like this huge giant paper mess on my floor, but it always happens, so I don't know why I bother. Okay, okay. Hey, Nona's here from Alaska. Hey, Nona. Bobby from Oklahoma. Daisy is here. Snowy in Minnesota. Oh, Brenda, I'm sorry. Cheryl says they have a Donuts with Dad and they open it to all male figures in the child's family. That's great. Renee from New York, Albany, Georgia. Kim says she loves the Facebook page and YouTube channel. Oh, thank you so much. All right. Hey, Melissa, howdy. From Leach's Literacy Training. Ooh, Kathleen from Connecticut. I did the VIP last year and it was a smash hit. I highly recommend it. Trying with Donuts with Dudes this year. Woohoo! Awesome. Jennifer says they did a Mother's Day event last year. It was so much fun. They made necklaces, decorated cookies, and made special portraits for mothers. She's going to use the VIP this year. Awesome. Okay, so something else that's included in the VIP are the RSVPs, okay? And again, these are editable, so you don't have to worry about if you teach in another language. And it just says yes and no, so the parent just checks the box. And if somebody's going to attend in their place, then they just write the name of that person so that the child will have somebody there with them. So this is a Mother's Day event. VIP stands for very important person. It doesn't matter if they're the child's biological mother or an uncle even. It doesn't really matter. And we're not actually serving, you know, hot tea. Well, you can, but it's really just more of a snack and fun things with your kid. So you've got the invitations, the RSVP, place cards, and so these are also editable, and I just typed in some sample names here. So all you have to do is print these on cardstock, and you can type in their names if you want, or you can handwrite them if you prefer. Sometimes we don't always know who's going to attend until the last minute. Cut them out and fold them on the line, and then you can set them on your tables so that they'll have a seat next to their child. This is an extra special little touch. These things are just going to give your event that really professional, extra special touch that's really going to make parents, that's really going to wow parents and administrators. And it makes it look like you did a lot of work, but you didn't. You didn't have to stay late and do all this stuff. There's cupcake toppers. Tom will drop a link to the blog post. Tom, if you're watching, I sent you 2 links after the first email. Tom will share a blog post with you in the comments of the VIPT in action with photographs so you can see, because I talk about, in that blog post, I show you how we used to make coffee filter flowers for the centerpieces for the tables. I'm sure most of you have done coffee filter flowers, but they are probably the easiest craft out there, and it just involves the children scribbling on a coffee filter with a marker. That's it. Then you let them squirt them with water, let them dry for like 5 minutes because they're coffee filters, and then you add the little pipe cleaner stem, and boom, you have flowers for your centerpiece. Placemats. This one, parents really like this. So this is something I used to do with the kids for Mother's Day, but I would send it home. But when we started doing events, I took it and adapted it. It uses the child's handprints in their picture. It's really cute. Check it out at the blog post. I think you're going to like it. Again, super easy, not a lot of work on your part. You can add the child's picture, or you can have them decorate it with crayons, however you like. My pennant banners, I love, love, love my pennant banners. What you do is, after you get all your treats out on your table, because you're going to have like a table with your treats and your drinks, over the table you hang the pennant banner. So what you do is you print it out, well, you can print it out on anything you want, but I like to print mine on cardstock because sometimes the regular paper will curl, especially if you live in a humid climate. But then you cut them out, and you can use little clothespins, or you can just tape them to ribbon, however you want, and then hang that banner over the table. It says VIPT. And there's cupcake toppers in there, little printable cupcake toppers. Very, very cute. Lots of options, and they're totally editable, so you can make them say whatever you want. And then when you have your drinks on the table, there's these little signs that you can put in front of them. So you just print them out. They're editable. So whatever language you want to use, or whatever you want to call it. If you want sweet tea instead of iced tea, whatever that is, you just print them out and fold it, print them on cardstock, fold it, and put it in front of the drink area if you want. So these little things, you know, they're little touches that are just going to make your event go more smoothly, and they're going to make it a little more professional, a little more wow factor, but they're going to basically do all the hard work for you. So you've got your ideas for the kids to create things, to get them involved in the process. You've got all the editable things that you need to make this planning process easier, and you've got the educational rationale, or the reason behind the VIP instead of just Mother's Day. You can totally call it whatever you want. But it is super fun for everyone involved. And again, have it at a time that's most convenient for your families, whether that's before school or after school or in the evening, whatever works best for you. Muffins with moms, absolutely. You can totally do this with muffins. There's no reason that you have to use cupcakes. You can totally put these little cupcake toppers on top of muffins, or however you want to do it. Kathleen says, we had donuts for Dad, but I love the idea about changing it to dudes. That's great. Jennifer says, I love this kit. It's so easy to use and beautiful. Thank you, Jen. What can you do if your center won't let you have outside food? So I'm not quite sure I understand that question, but I don't have the parents bring the food in. So we're not talking like, I think in both of the pictures that you see, both of the Donuts with Dudes and the VIPT blog posts, I just had donuts and I just had muffins or cupcakes. Are you saying that you're not allowed to purchase food from a store to use in your classroom? That might be an issue. I'm not sure how to get around that. Maybe you just take out those parts that involve food. It is an editable packet, and you just choose to print the pages you want to use. But yeah, I haven't heard that you couldn't bring food from the store. I've heard of programs like Head Start where you can only buy prepackaged food, or you can only use prepackaged food because of the contamination concerns. But I haven't heard of the opposite, where you can't bring food from the store. But every program is different, so maybe I'm learning something new. Hey, Lori, Thanks for coming. Love the banner. Hung one over my door so everyone who walked by saw it too. That's smart, Kathleen. That's smart, because sometimes we're in our classrooms doing our thing and the door is closed and the administration might not notice or know. So yeah, get that out there. Let everyone know what you're doing. Hey, Gloria. So here's some of the samples from Donuts with Dudes. So Donuts with Dudes just came out last week. Hey, I haven't told you the most exciting news yet, okay? This is bundled and on sale. So if you're not a member of the Teaching Tribe, okay, I bundled both of these things together at a lower price. I haven't got a chance to put it on TPT yet, but in my store, Tom will drop a link. You can buy both of these bundled together for $4 less than if you had bought them individually. We just decided to, well, I knew we were going to bundle them, but I didn't have time to bundle them until today. So in the Donuts with Dudes, we have your instructions on how to use the editable document. And then we have the introduction from me about why, what the rationale is behind calling it Donuts with Dudes instead of Donuts with Dads. Then we have our invitations and RSVPs. Now these are from the blog post, so these are filled in already. So you can see what that looks like. Again, we have all the options here. We have them with just the fillable fields or with all of the text editable. So if you teach in another language, don't worry. Or if you'd like to change the words, if you still want to call this Donuts with Dads because that's okay with your program, then you can change the text here to Donuts with Dads. That's the other thing. So it doesn't have to be dudes. You can change it to whatever you want. And the same with the VIPT. And then the RSVPs there. Those are also, this one again was used in my blog post, so you can see it has a little check mark on it. I RSVP'd to my own Donuts with Dudes, which will be difficult because my dad lives in Florida. He's not going to be able to make it. And again, here's the little, we have the little signs to go along with your drinks. Now, if you have hot drinks, because probably if you're going to do Donuts with Dudes, you're going to probably do it in the morning because that's when we usually eat donuts, like before the dads and the dudes go to work. But if you're going to have hot beverages, just be very careful that the kids don't have access to those. You never know what can happen, especially with those coffee makers that plug in and stuff. Just be really, really careful. Make sure that's out of the reach of the children. But iced tea and coffee, we have others in there as well for other types of drinks like orange juice and things like that. And again, they're fillable, so they can really say whatever you want them to say, right? It doesn't matter what I made mine say. Again, I wrote on these by hand, but these are fillable. So these are the little place cards, right? It says, I don't know, donut, get it, donut, know what I do without you. And you can have these on the table when the dudes walk in so they can find their spot next to their child. So those are totally editable. I wrote on these by hand just because that's how I chose to do it, but they're editable and you can type in their names if you prefer. We have our pennant banner. And it says Donuts with Dudes, and it's totally editable. So with the pennant banner, if you want it to say Donuts with Dads, you can totally make it say Donuts with Dads. So whatever you want. And then I have with is just one word because you don't need to have your banner any longer than it already is, right? And then you put the banner over the table. And it looks really, really, really cute. Check out the blog post for the in-action pictures of that. It's really cute. And again, you can take these and you can clip them with clothespins to some yarn, string, ribbon, whatever, or you can staple them, or you can tape them to string, yarn, or ribbon and hang them over your treat table. Very cute. And then we have the photo props. I don't think I printed one of those, but we've got photo ops because when your parents come to, or when your caregivers or whomever it is, whether it's fathers and mothers or dudes and very important people, you want to have photo ops set up, right? Because everyone going to have their phone and they're going to be taking pictures. So give them a photo op. So I have little printable beard and mustache and ties and things like that, that all you have to do is print out and attach to craft sticks or paint sticks or whatever. So you've got photo props then to encourage photo taking, because what are your caregivers going to do when they come to these events and take pictures? They're going to share them on social, right? And then the word's going to spread that your program or your class or whatever, you know, super fun, super cool. So placemats, again, we have printable placemats. The kids can be involved in creating. They say, I don't know what I'd do without you, or the text is editable, okay, but there's a picture of a donut, black and white and color, and then the kids tear construction paper into little bits and they glue it on top to look like sprinkles on the donut, and then you can add a little picture of the child in the middle of the placemat. Super, 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 super cute. And then there's even an idea for garlands that the kids can make, and you'll have to check the blog post out for that. But I found these at Michael's too. These are super cute. You could string these. And this basically looks like the activity. So my idea is a little mini paper plates from the Dollar Tree, and the kids tear different colors of construction paper and they glue it to the top of the paper plate with a hole in the middle, and then you string them all up on the front of your treat table. So check out the blog post, the Donuts with Dudes blog post, to see that in action. But I found these at Michael's for $1. And you know what? They were sitting like in the bottom of a bin in the back. It was weird. I was just walking by and I was looking for deals, you know, and they were just there. And so I can't even tell you like where they were supposed to be or what. But I love, love, love them, because not only they were really the inspiration for this whole packet, because the colors in here actually match the colors in the packet. So yeah, it's really cute. These are just paper, just paper, like a die cut almost. But I thought, how cute is that? So they can totally make those with paper plates. So you're getting them involved. They're making the placemats and they're making the garland. But I did get this for $1, and I just bought it because I was like, oh, how did they know? So anyway, these two resources, Donuts with Dudes and the VIP tea, have been bundled in my store, and Tom has dropped a link for you below. So if you buy them both together, you get $4 off. But if you're a member of the Teaching Tribe, you can go grab these right now if you haven't already, because members of the Teaching Tribe have access 24/7 to all of the paid printables at Pre-K Pages. So if you're a member, you don't have to worry about that. Sorry. Misty says, just join the Teaching Tribe and I'm in love. Missy, I'm sorry. Just join the Teaching Tribe and I am in love. Yay, Missy, welcome. Missy Detweiler. Oh, I went to school with the Detweiler. Was it you? Because I think her name was Missy too. I don't think so. Okay. I was just looking at her profile photo, you know, just being nosy. Sandra says, I love the banners. Renee says, how easy would it be to set everything up? I love this. Yes, Renee, that's exactly my whole thing. My purpose in life is to make your job easier, because your job is the hardest job there is. We have a book study going over in the Teaching Tribe, and I was telling them that again today in chapter 6. I'm like, this is why we have the most important job. Love the photo prop idea, says Missy. Wonderful. Jen, you're hilarious. Jen says, there are people that don't belong to the Teaching Tribe. Join us in the tribe when it opens next. It's an amazing place full of time-saving printables. That's so funny. I'll let you read it all for you for yourself. I don't want it to sound like I'm self-promoting, but that's funny. We'll be opening the doors to the Teaching Tribe soon, so if you haven't already got your name on the waiting list, you're gonna want to do that. Okay. I do not know what I'd do without the tribe, says Kathleen. You and the internet, Kathleen. Done. That is hilarious. Thank you for making my day. It's been a hectic day. It's been a very good day, but a very hectic day. I've been getting stuff crossed off my list left and right because last week I had got nothing done. When does the tribe open again, says Tracy. Tracy, we are fingers crossed, the end of this month. There are a lot of parts and pieces that go into the whole thing, and fingers crossed if we can get it all done in time, we'll open at the end of the month. Okay, so here's more amazing news. So not only is this bundled right now, for those of you who are not in the tribe, it's bundled at $8. I'll put it on TPT too, because I know that some of you prefer to shop there for the points. But here's the thing. Okay, listen up, because this is for everybody, including Teaching Tribe members. This is an opportunity. So my little brain over here has been percolating for several weeks and months on some ideas. And so here is one of the first new ideas that I hope will take off. If you're not a member of our free Facebook group, Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes, you're going to want to be a member over there, because we are going to have monthly challenges over in the Facebook group, in addition to the challenges we have in the Teaching Tribe, because we do have monthly contests over there too, okay? This is going to be in addition to that, and this is open to everybody. Teaching Tribe members, anybody in the Facebook group can join the challenge, okay? The challenges take place once a month, okay? And everyone who enters the challenge, and there's steps you have to take to enter the challenge, gets entered into a giveaway for an Amazon gift card. I feel like every time I ask my peeps what you want, they always say Amazon gift card, because you can get anything on Amazon. So the first challenge that we're going to do is the VIPT. So if you're a member of the free Facebook group, in the month of May, because Mother's Day is, like I think Tom said, May 13th. In the month of May, if you have this packet in your classroom and you are using it, you can enter the challenge by posting photographs of the thing in action, okay? And the directions will be over there. I haven't put them there yet. I'm just giving you a heads up. You can enter the challenge, and then I will pick one person who entered the challenge at the end of the challenge for the giveaway. And the dates will be posted, like this is the challenge. It ends on May 4th, whatever the day after Mother's Day is. It ends on this day, and you have until that day of the expiration to enter the challenge by posting your photos into the event in the group. So I'll be creating an event, and then you add your photos in there. Now, if you have pictures that include children's faces, you might want to put little circles over those or something, just to make sure that you're abiding by your school or program's privacy laws. But this is just, you know, having the things set up in your classroom with the banners and the table cards and stuff. You don't even need to get kids' pictures in there, you know, because you're going to be too busy during this event to take photos, okay? But go ahead, and as soon as I get that up, so make sure that you're a member over there. So even if you're a Teaching Tribe member or you're not a Teaching Tribe member, these monthly challenges are going to be open to all of you. We'll think of something in the summer, because I know summer's coming up and you're like, wait, I don't have a classroom in the summer to use it with. So start saving your photos in case one of those challenges is using something that you don't have access to. I know a lot of you work year round though, so this could be something that those of you who work all year could actually benefit you, because in this case, you have the upper hand on everybody, right? So I hope that that challenge in the Facebook group appeals to you. I'll post everything over in that group, in the group. I have not done it yet, but I'm just giving you a heads up that the very first challenge is going to be the VIPT. When does the tribe open again, Tracy? I don't know if I answered that one already, but it opens at the end of the month if everything goes well, fingers crossed. How much is the tribe? I want to do a Donors Choose grant. Yes, Michelle, do the Donors Choose grant. Tom will drop a link for you in the comments below to our Donors Choose page, where it has all of the info that you need to get started on your Donors Choose project, special request project. And it'll walk you through it step by step, including the cost, and everything is there, okay? All right. All right, guys. I hope that you enjoyed these ideas. We also have a whole section of Mother's Day gift ideas if you're looking for something for your kids to make, and Father's Day ideas as well. I'll go back and add those links to the broadcast so that you can see those. Those are things that don't require either of these packets. But don't forget, the bundle of both of these together is on sale over in the store. I'll put it on TPT as soon as I can. Hey, Christy missed it. You got to go back and watch the replay, Christy, because I just made a big announcement about a contest that everyone can join every month. Misty says, I wish the Teaching Tribe was available when I was a new teacher. It would have saved me so much time and energy. That's why I created it, Misty. Exactly why. Because when I first started, there was nothing. But we didn't even have the internet. It was like dinosaurs were roaming the earth. Okay. All right. Heads up. Wednesday, I'll be traveling. I'm going to College Station for a training with the fabulous folks down there. So don't look for me Wednesday night, but I'll be back next week. Sandra says, you always provide great ideas and time savers. You are welcome, Sandra. Thank you for tuning in. I hope everyone has a great rest of your week. I hope that wherever you are, the snow is melting. We're with you. And for all of our teachers out there who are standing up for children, bless you. We are with you, and we wish you the best and the best outcome possible. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you all again. It's Vanessa from PK Pages. Bye.